Hi everybody, we are back at our Spanish lessons, www.SpanishFreeLessonsOnline.com. Today we will see the third and last group of verbs in Spanish. These are the verbs that finish with IR. I-R, okay? So the verbs that finish with letters I-R, okay? We have seen that Spanish verbs are classified into three groups: those finishing with ar, those finishing with er, and those finishing with ir. We previously learned how to conjugate those with ar and with er for the present tense. Now we will learn how to conjugate the regular verbs of the group of verbs that finish with ir. Okay? Here it says verbos que terminan en ir. Verbs that finish in ir. Okay? Verbos que terminan en ir. This group of verbs that end with ir is the group that has more irregular verbs. Okay? With the previous groups finishing with ar and er, the regular verbs were the greatest majority. Here there is a whole lot of verbs ending with ir that will be irregular. Okay? Perhaps not irregular in the conjugation for each one of the pronouns, right, of the persons, but at least for some. But we will see 4 examples of regular verbs, okay? Now, that will be the easier way to start. And later on we'll start probably learning how to conjugate those irregular verbs that are more important for everyday or for daily purposes, okay? So let's begin. We said verbs ending in ir. So these are the 4 examples we learned today how to conjugate in the present tense. Decidir, prohibir, combatir, salir. These verbs mean decidir is decide, prohibir, to prohibit, right? Combatir, to combat or to fight something or somebody. Salir is to go out or to get out. Okay, it's the both go out and get out mean salir. These 3 are very similar to the English verbs, right? Okay. So the pronouns will be yo, tú, él, ella for the singular, okay? I, you, he, she, or it will also be the same conjugation, okay? Nosotros, vosotros, ustedes, ellos. That is we, you plural again, they. Again, I'll repeat, vosotros and ustedes mean the same thing, right? Although they conjugate differently, but they mean the same thing. In Spain, they use vosotros when they want to use a you plural form, and ustedes is used in Latin America. So, for verb decidir, that will be our first verb, look at this. The ending of the verb is ir, prohibir, ir, and the root of the verb is what comes before the ir, the ir, right? What comes before. The root of the verb is going to remain the same for all the cases, right? The only thing that is replaced is the ending, ir, will be replaced by the right ending for the respective conjugation. Okay? And that should apply for all the other regular verbs. So, yo decido, tú decides, él decide, ella decide, nosotros decidimos, vosotros decidís, ustedes deciden, ellos deciden. So, let me read it again a bit faster. Yo decido, tú decides. Oops, sorry, here I should have written decides. This is my mistake. Decides, okay? Okay, like in all the others. Yo decido, tú decides, él decide, or ella decide. Nosotros decidimos, vosotros decidís, ustedes deciden, ellos deciden. Right? So, you can see that the ending for I is O, es, e. Imos, is, en. And the root remains unchanged. Decide, decide, decide. Okay? Again, I'll say, usted, vosotros and ustedes mean the same thing, but the conjugation for the verb for vosotros has its own conjugation, right? And ustedes shares the same conjugation as ellos, as they. You see? Deciden, deciden. Prohíben, prohíben. Combaten, combaten. Salen, salen. Always, ustedes conjugates the same as ellos. Now let's see the verb prohibir, to prohibit. Okay? Again, we strip out the ir, the ending, and we replace it with the proper ending for the conjugation. Yo prohíbo, tú prohíbes, él prohíbe, ella prohíbe, nosotros prohibimos, vosotros prohibís, ustedes prohíben, ellos prohíben. So now you can see that the ending is the same as the previous verb, you see, because these are regular verbs. It's exactly the same. And you can see here that the H is mute. The H has a mute sound, as we've seen when we learned the alphabet. The H, prohibimos. You don't pronounce the H. It has no sound, not even the soft sound that it has in English. In English you would say prohi, he. In Spanish the H is totally mute. The verb combatir, to combat or to fight something. Yo combato, tú combates, él combate, ella combate, nosotros combatimos, vosotros combatís, ustedes combaten, ellos combaten. Same rule as the previous verbs applied, right? You just use the root of the verb and then you add the same ending.